and fat content, what can quickly be prepared. Other issues as well with nutrition is that mothers and fathers are doing their best to work and provide for their family. So a lot of time children have to be at home and prepare their meals. So they're buying things that might not be nutrient dense, but it's easy for a child to prepare or to put in the microwave. And so that's very unfortunate. I have been blessed to overcome that. I live in a rural area that has lots of open land. My property that I live on, I'm able to garden on it. I have farmers markets and fresh farms all around me where I can go and get fresh vegetables. I have been able to obtain the knowledge and know the difference between living food and food that causes death. I have the means to hire a nutrition coach to teach me, because even as a healthcare provider, that foundation is more than 20 years strong. In all of that education, I was only required to have one nutrition class. And in that nutrition class, I was being taught the SAD diet, the standard American diet. The standard American diet is low in fiber, low in fruits and vegetables, high in animal fat, high in saturated and hydrogenated fats, and high in sugars, which sugar is not our friend. I'm going to say that a lot. Sugar is not our friend. A report from the National Cancer Institute on the status of American diet found that 3 out of 4 Americans don't eat a single piece of fruit in a given day. And I know that to be true. I know several Americans that live right in this household that don't eat any fruit in a given day. And nearly 9 out of 10 don't reach the minimum recommended daily intake of vegetables. 96% of Americans don't reach the minimum for greens or beans, which is 3 servings a week for adults. 98% don't reach the minimum of orange vegetables, 2 servings a week. And almost 100% don't reach the minimum of whole grains. And that's about 3 to 4 ounces a day. All that means is that nearly the entire U.S. population consumes a diet that is not on par with recommendations. So that is very sad. Wouldn't you think so?
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's terrible. And I think a lot of that has to do with the education surrounding this topic. And that's something I wanted to bring up too. Obviously, you yourself, you have decades of education and knowledge on these topics. That is not the case for most people. In my experience, certainly going through the K through 12 system in America, I remember hearing, little cute slogans like apple a day keeps the doctor away, eat your veggies. But I don't recall nutrition, even in health class, ever really being taken seriously. I was mostly told or led to believe that as a young person, just eating anything was good for me. Put food and calories in your body, you'll grow and be strong. It doesn't matter if it's boxed macaroni and cheese, fast food, just eat something.
Right.
Most predominantly, and this is because I am lactose intolerant, I remember the Got Milk campaign, which was a campaign purpose to get all American children to truly just consume as much milk as possible with the belief that you would get strong, dense bones and grow up to be a healthy adult, which come to find out a decade later is mostly unfounded. And also plenty of Americans and plenty of humans in general are flat out lactose intolerant. So what do you have to say about the education surrounding nutrition in our country and just the general conversation about nutrition overall and maybe how it's not taken as seriously as it could be?
Again, I was required by my program to take one nutrition class. Most healthcare providers are required only that one nutrition class, or it is an elective. So it is definitely not taken seriously because we are all taught to just eat. And if you can eat, then you'll be healthy no matter what you're eating, which we know now is not true at all. Sean's parents we're little people. So he was a little person and his doctor gave me those exact words because he wouldn't eat hardly anything. Oh, just let him eat whatever he will eat and he'll grow. So just as he said, exact words that his doctor gave me, let him eat whatever he will eat and he'll grow. And what he was eating was not nutrient dense at all. And my poor child just grew by the grace of God because Lucky Charms and Easy Mac did not do it at all. I think that nutrition should be taught It should be a requirement starting from elementary school, starting from when children can understand the difference between right and wrong. Nutrition should start young, and it should definitely be mandated in higher education, especially when it comes to healthcare providers giving information. Listen to my Saturday soapbox rant about healthcare providers still prescribing milk and cheese for children for strong bones. It's not true. Don't do it. Most individuals are lactose intolerant, specifically most African-American individuals. What lactose intolerance is the inability to digest the sugar, lactose, that is in milk. You can't break it down. Therefore, you get upset stomach, most likely diarrhea. Some people do suffer with nausea and vomiting after ingesting dairy. That's just a little information for you there.
And I have certainly experienced all of those things, but it's still something I'm working through. But like I said, I was fully indoctrinated. At this point, dairy's got a vice grip on me, and it's very hard for me to pull away from some things like macaroni and cheese or ice cream, cheesecake, all the delicious things of the world. But they do flat out make me ill,
And it's hard. You use the words. It's hard for you to pull away from it. It's hard for you to pull away from it because of its addictive qualities. Sugar is very addictive. So anything that ends in OSE, that's a sugar. No matter what it is, that's a sugar. Or you might see an OL, that's a sugar alcohol. Sugar is very addictive. It's just as addictive as crack cocaine or heroin. It affects your mind the same exact way.
So now I want to sort of segue. We spent a lot of time talking about the nutrition, and at least from what I've heard, please correct me if I'm wrong, as far as taking care of your body, that's certainly the most important part, what you're fueling it with, the nutrition, along with a healthy amount of water. But can we talk a little bit more about the physical part of how you keep yourself healthy, the exercise, and then also the mental part of how you stay disciplined and intentional and consistent?
We can, and you are correct. What you put in your body, and for any person who is deep into fitness, you know that 80% of it is nutrition. The other 20% of it is the actual exercise. So that's the 80-20 rule. You also have heard the quote that abs are made in the kitchen and not in the gym. So again, that is talking about your nutrition, what you're doing. Now you want to put those together. They work very well in synergy, but the higher percentage is your nutrition. As a general goal, each and every person should aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate physical activity every day. If you want to lose weight and maintain that weight loss or meet specific fitness goals, you may need to exercise more. And reducing sitting is important as well. So not just eating, you have to move your body. When you move your body, it also affects your mind. It affects your well-being. I talked a little bit about my depression that I suffered. When I start to move my body more, my symptoms of depression start to dissipate. And they have completely dissipated. When I am sad or when I feel that something is off, I get a good run in, about an hour run or a good workout in. So if you have been diagnosed with depression, moving your body might be the prescription that you need. Not saying to stop your medication. I am not your doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice. But moving your body will help to manage your weight. It can help to manage that depression. And again, help you feel stronger, help increase your energy. I talked about increasing your stamina. Physicality is very important for mind, body, heart, and soul.
And I would just like to say to all our listeners, we're not on video, but Nifiah is standing right now as we speak. So she is sticking, true to her word and even being active while we speak here on the podcast. So this has all been great. I've loved talking to you a little bit about your history, about nutrition, about activity, but now I sort of want to go back to the beginning and talk about what we're doing here. What is Living Truth? What are your goals? Who are you trying to reach?
My goal is to change the current standard of healthcare and make it better for everyone by eradicating lifestyle diseases that cause premature death and disabilities, by enhancing the quality of care and increasing the quality of life for those that I serve. I have a true passion for the well-being and health of all individuals. I have a great commitment to help others achieve wholeness in the communities all around the nation, and a desire to help individuals reach their highest potential through education, through wellness and support. I have spent the greater part of my life serving in healthcare as a nurse, with the latter part earning a doctoral degree in nursing. But unfortunately, as I continued my education, it became very apparent to me that the current methods of treatment have not served people well, and the quality in healthcare is non-existent. So I was drawn to create Living Truth Lifestyle Medicine Practice, where we focus on nutrition, fitness, and whole person health. It was imperative that I share this knowledge and help others adopt a lifestyle that would increase their energy, their focus, physical ability, and ultimately their lifespan. I just want to let you guys know that embracing a plant-based lifestyle and adding some intentional physicality to daily activities will reverse and abate chronic lifestyle diseases, inflammation, migraine headaches, and can mitigate emotional and behavioral health concerns, and so much more. So stick with us here at Living Truth. Take a listen, share your feedback, share the podcast, join us weekly.
Well, that is so exciting. And this has been so exciting. That'll wrap up this inaugural episode of the Living Truth podcast. Before we get out of here, I just want to say that it is an honor to be able to be a part of the podcast and also some of the other things that I'm a part of here at Living Truth. And I'm so excited to be working with you and learning from you about this whole food, plant-based lifestyle. And I'm just so excited to see what Living Truth has in store for the community and for the world of health in the coming weeks, months, and years.
I am just as excited and so blessed to have you here with me.
All right, guys. Well, that'll be a wrap. I've been your producer, Sean.
I'm Nifiah, your host.
Thank you guys for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you all for joining us for the very first episode of the Living Truth podcast. Get connected with all things Living Truth by checking out our webpage, livntruth.org, and following us at living.truth on Instagram and at Living Truth on all other platforms. Stay tuned for next week's episode, Thursday, July 14th. Schedule your consultation with Nifiah today and start living an intentional life of vitality through nutrition.